Okay, welcome to our interview. My name is Tawan Sathirapat.
Hello, my name is สุภกิจลูกบัว
Hello, my name is Nitin Prithi Apakut.
Hello, my name is Tejasit Lungleung.
Hello, my name is Sarvit Vishenwan. We all are from Automotive Engineering Department of King Mongkut University of Technology, Thonburi.
Okay, so today we are gonna interview two person working in the two different companies. The first one, she's named Jirapat, or her nickname is Bell. She is working as a freshman, chemical engineering business. And the second one, she's name is Sharita, or we call her Book. She's working as a civil engineer, working for six years.
And for today's interview, we will be asking the two of them about things like why did they decide to be an engineer, and in their workplace, what do they do, and what do they recommend for people who want to become an engineer. So that we can get like the two perspectives of two people that are working as an engineer. And so without further ado, let's get into the interview.
Today, and my friends will be interviewing someone that could help us to understand a lot more about a job called engineer. So could you please introduce yourself a little bit, please?
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Jirapat Akaronon, or you can call me Jingabil. I'm from Chemical Engineering KMGT, so I'm your senior and I have experience working at Thai Oil Company.
Okay, so before we are getting started, I have to inform you that this interview will be recorded. Is that alright?
Yes, you can, it's okay.
Okay, so let's get started.
So the first question is why are you interested in engineering and what inspired you to become an engineer?
I see engineer as a pathway to contribute positively to the world while satisfying my passion for innovation, because the constantly evolving nature of the field ensures that there are always something new to learn and explore, which excites me.
Next question, I would like to ask, from your perspective, what do you think an engineer is?
From my perspective, an engineer is a professional who applies scientific knowledge and mathematics to design, develop, and maintain processes or products, and use their expertise to solve complex problems, improve existing technologies, and innovate new solutions across various fields.
Okay, for the next question, can you explain about the type of your work that you do, please?
Most are about processes such as finding conditions for the reactor or reactions that will occur in reactor when producing products.
Okay,
The
thank you.
question is, what are the skills that you think is needed for an engineer?
Language skills are necessary because most of the information we will use in our work is in English, and some of our co-workers are foreigners.
Then for the last question, what do you recommend people that want to become an engineer?
I would like to recommend people who want to become an engineer that having the language skill which help us to progress to more inclusive organization and will help to work more easily and quickly.
Okay, and that's it for our interview. We appreciate you for taking time to interview it with us. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, now we will be interviewing another person who is also an engineer. Could you please introduce a little bit about yourself, please?
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Charita, or you can call me Book. I'm the engineer at a private company for 6 years, and now I'm 31 years old. Yeah, nice to meet you all.
Okay, so before we getting started, I have to inform you that this interview will be recorded. Is that alright?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Okay, so let's get started.
The first question is, why are you interested in engineering and what inspired you to become an engineer?
Okay, the idea of the engineer being a job that it can give me an opportunity to use my creativity to innovate something new for the world. Is this the reason why I become an engineer?
I would like to ask, from your perspective, what do you think an engineer is?
Yes, an engineer is someone who design, develop, and improve systems, products, and or processes or for some industries, and also work with the architect as well.
I see.
Okay.
Okay, and then I have the question. Can you explain about the type of your works that you do, please?
Yeah, I'm a civil engineer. I'm responsible for designing and maintaining structure for the society, such as buildings, roads, or bridges. I have to ensure that the structures are safe, functional, and sustainable. Sometimes we also work with architect too.
I see that your work have to build everything in the world. Okay, thank you.
Mostly, yes, mostly everything. Yeah.
I have a question too. What are the skills that you think is need for an engineer?
I think that creativity, communication, teamwork, and adaptability are really important for an engineer. There are also skills like project manager, some time management, and the ability to learn about new technologies that I think it's very important too.
Oh, it's need really skill, any skill to become an engineer.
Yeah, a little bit hard, but you can get used to it by the time.
Thank you.
Then, for the last question,
Yes.
what do you recommend for people who want to become an engineer?
Yeah, I recommend that for those who want to become an engineer, finding programs or an internship to gain more experience, finding connections, and trying to seek out the opportunity to learn new technologies. It can lead them to becoming a successful engineer.
Okay.
I will remember that.
Yeah, and that's it for our interview. We appreciate that you take your time for our interviews. Thank you. ขอบคุณครับ
Yeah, thank you everyone for having me. ขอบคุณนะคะ
Okay, so that's it for our interview. So, and the things that we learn from two engineers, that first thing is the inspiration that they want to become an engineer. From the first one, Miss Bell. So they want to she want to be an engineer because of their impression. They want to do and think that's creative thing, like because she like it. And the Mrs. Book, she want to do it because they can use and creativity to create things, to develop things. But they are common uses, same thing like to develop things for the better. And next, the type, from their both in perspective, they think that the engineer from Bell, she thinks that the engineer is a professional who do such jobs, apply the knowledge into their work, like mathematics, design a machine, and develop and maintain a process. But and from this book, that she thinks that engineer It is someone who design and develop and improve system, product or process. Yeah, they are kind of go in the same way, I think. And the next question that we ask them is that we ask them to explain a type of work that they do. For Mrs. Bell, they do in the chemical engineering, so mostly she is working with chemical work, like testing water condition, reactor and things for processing and manufacturing. But from Mrs. Book, she is working as a civil engineer, so mostly she works like checking and building to build a building and develop like structure and improve building process. But both of things have the same use of engineering, like they improve things for a better process and for a better outcome there, I think. And next thing that we ask them is skills that is required for this type of job for engineering, a skill that they need. From the Mrs. Bell, she recommended language skill is important because it used to communicate in organization, so that's why she recommend for the language, because we don't know what country we are working in. So if you are getting a language skill, it will be an advantage. Yeah, I think. And from Mrs. Book, she recommended skill that engineer should have is creativity and teamwork, adaptivity or like management. Yeah, of course, because they need it to apply in this kind of job, because they take a high responsibility. They need a creativity that's why things can be produced like for better for the future, I think. They both have a different idea for skill, but the both skill that they recommend is very important for engineering. And let's get to our last question that we asked them is what they recommend for people who want to become an engineer. First, start with Mrs. Bell. She recommend that the people who want to become engineer should have a language skill or working in progress, so they can help to working with other company or organization for more easily. And for the Mrs. Book, she recommend that for the person who want to become an engineer, they recommend that she recommend to get an experience from working, like gain an experience internship or find a connection for looking for opportunity to learn that how technology can lead to become a successful engineer. Yeah, they both maybe have different idea of to someone who want to become an engineer, but the both recommend is a good recommendation from her. Yeah, I think. And that's it for what we learned from this interview. Hope you get what we want to try to interview from this meeting. Yeah, that's it for our interview. Thank you.